Ever since the release and more importantly the success of Five Nights at Freddy's, the mascot horror genre has never been a more profitable place for game developers. The reason being is that there seems to be a consistent hunger from fans who want to either play these games or watch their favorite content creators play these games, and that's kind of like free marketing. If content creators like Dawko, Fusion Gamer, 8-Bit Ryan, or other creators are playing your game and making videos about it, it almost guarantees millions of people are going to see it. Some of these viewers may be younger and more likely to spend money on the game itself or possibly merchandise. Recently though, there's been a growing number of people saying that the mascot genre is dying and it's just not the same as it used to be. While thinking all of this through my head, I recently saw a tweet from Phisnom that got me thinking, if I could go back and stop one game from releasing to save the genre, which one would it be? So in today's video, we're going to go through 4 major franchises and we're going to pick one to get rid of to save the entire mascot horror genre. Let me introduce you to our titles. We have Bendy and the Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, Garden of Banban, and Hello Neighbor. There might be some other titles I've missed out on, but trust me, these are the ones I know and I feel like they're the major players. The first title we have to get off this list is Bendy. I know that there's some fair criticism out there about the first title and what happened in that one, but come on, the franchise has evolved to something so much greater. The style of Bendy is just so unique and I love what it brings, and the other thing that we have to mention is the storytelling and the lore. I just feel like the lore and story make me want to learn more, because with some franchises you kind of have to like force yourself to pay attention and learn, but with Bendy I want to learn more. Sure, the first one might have had some issues, but Bendy and the Dark Revival is so good and it's not even for debate. This game did everything right. Storytelling, characters, combat, keeping me interested. I absolutely loved it. So with great confidence, I will take Bendy and the Ink Machine off our list, and as a matter of fact, I'll give it a trophy just for being awesome. You know, that's it. Good games get good prizes. Our next game, Poppy Playtime, falls into a similar bucket. The game first released as a free chapter and was a great idea because it allowed a lot of different people to play the game. Everyone had an opportunity to fall in love with these evil animatronics, and it brought us some great content. But when chapter 2 released, things became very different. You see, when the chapter released, it was released with a lot of annoying bugs. And as I've mentioned with Security Breach, when a game releases with a bunch of bugs, it tarnishes the view of the game in the eyes of the players. Even after all of this, people were absolutely eating up Poppy Playtime gameplay videos, YouTube videos talking about the characters, merchandise, and even knockoff games made on Roblox. It may come to no surprise, but the Roblox game Rainbow Friends is really just an inspired knockoff of Poppy Playtime and was made with that in mind. That game could get its own separate video made, but all of it really led up to people getting excited for Chapter 3's release. I haven't even mentioned Project Playtime yet, which was the Poppy Playtime version of Dead by Daylight or Secret Neighbor. In this game, one player gets to be a monster, which is either Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, or Boxy Boo, and they're tasked with killing survivors or other players. These survivors are trying to complete a task in the facility while the monster's trying to kill them. I have to give them credit because the game released and was super popular, and it kind of bridged the gap where there was no Poppy Playtime content because everyone was waiting for Chapter 3. Now, I've been praising this franchise quite a bit, so it's time to talk about some of the controversies and give it a reality check. First and foremost, after the release of Chapter 1, Mob Entertainment announced a couple Poppy Playtime themed NFTs that were going to release. These NFTs were meant for fans who wanted to either have some collectibles or they wanted access to some of the lore of Poppy Playtime. That's right, they actually paywalled some of the lore of Poppy Playtime behind these NFTs. I will let you make your own decision on how you feel about that, but personally, I think that's extremely wrong and extremely unfair for the fans. If you remember, some of these Poppy Playtime fans are kids and NFTs can be scams, so this is really not okay in my opinion. Now, after some properly received backlash, they did apologize for the NFTs, and Mob Entertainment stated that when their contract was up, they were going to be taking them down. Personally, I think turning to NFTs in the first place is an awful decision, but if they're going to admit that it was the wrong call and they're going to go to fix it, I'm okay with that and I will accept it. Now, the other thing I don't see a lot of people talking about is the fact that they've already given the film rights for Poppy Playtime to Studio 71. I know, this is crazy. They haven't even come out with Chapter 3 yet, and they're already having some plans or something's in the works to make a Poppy Playtime film. I think that turning to NFTs and also already working on a film says a lot about where their motives are financially, but at the end of the day, I have to give them credit because Poppy Playtime is wildly successful. I have to give credit to the games, their storytelling, merchandising, and all the YouTubers who are keeping this franchise alive. So I'm gonna spare them on this one. Alright, Hello Neighbor. I could make a 3-part series about Hello Neighbor and it still would not be enough to talk about everything this franchise has done. But let me start by saying that I actually loved the original concept of Hello Neighbor. I loved the idea of you breaking into a house with an AI that's constantly learning and trying to stop you from breaking in. I played the alpha builds and I was so excited to see what this game would release as. When the game first released on Xbox, I was ready to play it and excited to see what it had to offer. Heck, I was watching every single video I could watch on YouTube of different content creators because I loved this franchise so much. As I mentioned, no one had ever seen a game like Hello Neighbor where the AI was constantly going to evolve to try and stop you from breaking into the basement. That was just unheard of before. But when the full game had released, it felt like the game was so far far from the original vision that we had for the game. Upon the full release of the game, it became abundantly clear to anyone that played it that there were a ton of issues. I mean, the AI was broken, there were glitches within the game, and there was this horrendously failed attempt to put lore into the game. The game released to a bunch of negative reviews from basically everyone, and to everyone it seemed like Dynamic Pixels, the developers, had lost the original vision of what made Hello Neighbor so appeasing to everyone. The game became popular for a reason, and it felt like they forgot what that reason was. Fast forward to today, there are books, there's spin-off games, and there's even a Hello Neighbor 2, and the state of the franchise has not improved in any way. These spin-off titles did absolutely nothing to save Hello Neighbor, and as a matter of fact, it probably made the situation worse if you're looking back. It felt like Hello Neighbor 2 was going to be the final shot to save the franchise. Now, before I get to Garten of Banban, I have to mention what makes Hello Neighbor so different from the rest of these other 3 titles is the fact that Hello Neighbor 2 was meant to be the saving grace. Hello Neighbor 2 was meant to be the game that was going to save the franchise in the eyes of the public. We were going to love it, and we were finally going to get the original Hello Neighbor that we wanted. However, when the game released, it was mid at best, which is not what the franchise needed. They needed this thing to be successful to save it, which is why I have to state that the biggest winning loser in our video is going to be the Hello Neighbor franchise. Now, I imagine a lot of you have your mouth open right now in shock. You're like, what the heck, Sandwichly? Have you not seen Banban? Do you know what that game has? Trust me, I've played that game, and there's a reason why. I'm gonna need you to put your thinking cap on because, oh boy, I'm gonna do something I never thought I would do in my years of YouTube existence. I'm gonna defend Garten of Banban. When it comes to Garten of Banban, anything you could possibly say about the franchise has definitely been said on some corner of the internet. When it comes to matching the quality of other franchises that we've talked about today, it really just doesn't match. It's a more crude, simple, and bare bones game. However, I think it could be one of the best. Given some more time, money, and resources, and definitely optimization, Garten of Banban could easily beat out anyone we've talked about today. Because what I have to admire about the franchise is the fact that it's been able to create an undying and unstoppable hype train for the game. Just scrolling through YouTube will show the amount of views and the amount of content out there that people want to see that's Banban related. And you have to remember that this is despite all of the hate that the franchise gets. Now, what I'm about to say next might shock you. You see, Garten of Banban released in 2023. That's right, within 1 year, the franchise has released 3 games and a 4th is on the way. And this is where I have to give the Euphoric Brothers massive credit. No joke, if I could see them, I would hand them the trophy because they've done something great. Even though the quality of the gameplay and the story isn't great, the fact that there's a constant flow of games keeps the game front and center in the mind of players. And with the release of Banban 3, it's actually saved this franchise from being my loser for today's video. With the release of Chapter 3, I felt like I was playing a game where the developers had a clearer understanding of where they wanted to go with the franchise. Now, obviously, there's concerns about the quality of the games, but to be honest, this felt like a more complete and acceptable product. Compare this to Hello Neighbor, where Hello Neighbor 2 was like the final shot to save the franchise, and that completely missed. Garten of Banban is nowhere near as down bad as Hello Neighbor is. The Euphoric Brothers definitely have work to do. I'm not saying they don't, but they have the most important thing a franchise could need: an audience eagerly awaiting content and a large group of YouTubers who are ready for that content and are going to put this game on a larger platform. From my perspective, it's the creators who have boosted this game and the Euphoric Brothers consistently giving them content, and that's the key to success for this franchise. The Euphoric Brothers are giving the creators content to make, and the content creators are putting the Garten of Banban franchise and IP in front of millions of viewers. So I'm sorry to tell you, Hello Neighbor, but you are going to be the loser of today's video. You're going to get the award that absolutely no one wants. Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about these franchises and which one you think killed the Mascot horror genre. Also, if you want more Sandwichly content, I have a ton of videos out there that you will enjoy, or you can join me live when I do stream on YouTube. Also, shout out to Phisnom for the tweet that gave me the idea for this video. Thank you very much. Without that, this video would not be possible. Besides that, I think you all are wonderful. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye, and peace.